My name is Eric and I live full-time in that 6-foot box, aka Teardrop trailer. I left Tampa, Florida 11 months ago for a cross-country trip around the United States. I've been all the way out west to California, all the way north into Washington, even the Canadian Rockies, and now I'm in New York, upstate, where I'm headed to Maine soon, and eventually I'll get back down to Florida. One of the things I get asked so much when I'm out here on the road and posting videos about me living in my teardrop is just exactly, what kind of teardrop is this? What model is it? What is it made of? What are the specs inside? How good is it insulated? So I'm here today to answer all those questions in this video, Teardrop Specs. All right, well, this is my little home. It's a 2012 Little Guy 6-wide teardrop trailer. Little Guy is the actual name of the company. It's not just because it's a small setup, and it's 6 wide because it's, well, 6 foot wide. This particular model is made of wood on the inside, even though on the outside it does have some sort of like, I'm not sure, some sort of plastic shell over it just to protect a little bit more from moisture and rainwater and things, but inside it's made of wood. The dry weight on this teardrop is 1,000 pounds. What is dry weight? Dry weight simply means the weight that came out of the factory floor on this teardrop. So basically when the manufacturer made it, and before I put things like personal items, clothes, bed, I have a solar panel on mine, the battery that's inside of it, although sometimes dry weight refers to with the battery inside of it, but this one I don't think came with a battery. I also have a road shower on mine. That's a 4-gallon holding tank for taking showers on the road, and so that definitely adds some weight. Of course, putting yourself inside of it, that adds weight. So before you put any of those things inside of it, the dry weight on this is 1,000 pounds. So how much weight have I added inside of it? Well, I've added another 450 pounds to this trailer. Most of that comes from things like this road shower, which is again a 4-gallon tank full of water so I can take showers on the road. I have a pretty good sized battery inside here. My entire galley area is full of pots and pans and dry goods, so all that adds weight to it. I also have 2 of these 5-pound propane tanks full, so that adds some weight. Up front on the tongue area, I've added this spare tire. Each one of these lock boxes is full of personal items, so that adds some weight. And I have another spare propane tank. It's a smaller 5-pound tank, but it allows me to do some cooking, and I can go about 2 months before I have to refill that. So having 2 of those really helps me out. The GVWR, or gross vehicle weight rating, on this trailer is 1,900 pounds. Together with all my things like the road shower, battery, pots, pans, clothes, bed, all that good stuff, I have a combined weight of 1,450 pounds. Now that's without me in it, but I only weigh 160 pounds, so that's not going over my 1,900 pound limit. The ground clearance on this trailer is 13.5 inches. The length on this trailer is 12.5 feet. That's from tongue to the back of the trailer. And the width is 6 feet. The width inside of this trailer measures 70 inches. From that wall all the way to that wall. And the width this way is 78 inches. I'm 6 foot and sleep just fine in here. The tires on this trailer are ST 205 75 R14. ST is a special type of trailer tire. It means it's designed to handle weight distribution of the trailer a little bit different from a passenger vehicle. These are radials, and these are 14-inch tires. My galley area, or cooking area, on this trailer measures 71 inches by 28 inches. This particular trailer, when it was sold, really only came with a sink back here, but the previous owner I bought this from took the sink out because he said it was very small, you could barely even clean a dish in it. Other than that, this was a pretty clean area. It was open, you could do whatever you wish with it, and so a friend of mine helped me build this custom cabinetry to hold all my pots and pans. And even my cooking stove. The axle on this trailer is a leaf spring axle designed to hold 3,500 pounds. Because the gross vehicle weight rating on this trailer is only 1,900 pounds, I'm well below the 3,500 weight rating on this axle. Also, this trailer originally came with a torsion spring axle, but I actually ended up cracking that axle on a pothole I hit in Southern California. So a friend of mine helped me install this leaf spring axle instead. Also, this trailer does come with a hitch, so I could put a bike back here, but I've never used it. This teardrop also has two connections on the side, one for water and one for power. Now, I'm self-contained with power. I have solar power, so I don't need what's called shore power. But shore power means when you're connected to, say, a campsite that has power, or I can even run a line directly from someone's house into here, and I can get power to the teardrop to run all my interior lights, but also charge things like a computer or phone or anything else I need that runs power. I can actually plug it up to here, and that's shore power. The other area here is a water intake area. As I mentioned before, when this trailer was sold, it originally came with just a sink back here in the galley area, so you could do like dishes or something. You would actually put your water, fresh water, into there. There's a little like maybe 2-gallon tank down on the bottom of this trailer that you can't see that has a little electric pump to it, and you would turn that on, and then running the sink, you could wash your dishes. But as I mentioned before, the previous owner took that out, so I have zero need for that. Speaking of power, I'm completely set up for off-grid camping, which means I don't need to be hooked up to anybody's line, anybody's power source. I get all my power from the sun. So this is my solar panel on top of my teardrop. It's a 100-watt Renogy solar panel. I'll actually put a link in my description of how I mounted this to the top of my teardrop. When the sun feeds the solar panel with energy, these lines right here feed directly into my battery. The reason I have the power lines going right here is that when I was installing the solar panel, I had kind of two options in order to get the wires into here. I can either A, drill a hole into the side or the top of my teardrop and run the wires from the solar panel into my battery that way, or B, look for an alternative. This right here is actually a drain plug. As I mentioned before, there was a sink back here in the galley area. When you would run the sink and need to drain the water from that, this would be a little cap that you'd screw off and the water would just fall right out of here. Well, I basically just repurposed the drain plug to run the wires directly into here, directly into the teardrop. So the power comes in from the solar panel on top. Those wires you saw that run to the back, they run directly into my battery, which is on the inside. The battery is down here behind this closed area that's kind of sealed off from the rest of the compartment of the teardrop. You can't really get to it very easily. But those wires that you see back there running directly from the battery then feed to my power inverter. The power inverter is going to convert that DC power to AC power, allowing me to charge up things like my phone and my laptop. This particular power inverter is a Bestek 500-watt power inverter. I'll put the link in the description of where you can get this one. So when you look at my teardrop, you may be wondering, what the hell is this metal pole all about? Well, that pole is my awning pole. When I got on the road, I knew I was going to be in places where there's maybe raining or it's just really, really bright and sunny and hot outside. So I wanted an awning. But the thing is, with those awnings that mount to the side of a teardrop or trailer or car or anything like that, is they're several $100s. They're good, but they're several $100s. Well, I didn't want to do that. That's a lot of money. And when I used to do like car camping on the weekends, I had a big 12-foot by 12-foot tarp that I used to just put out in between some trees with some rope, and that would give us a good covering at our campsite. So I thought, well, why can't I just use that? So I went to Home Depot, picked up this, I think, $5 pole. It's just a steel pole that I zip tied and then even electrical taped to the side of the trailer. And it's perfect for me. I just use some carabiners to clip the tarp that I have for shade to there. And there you go, I have shade for my campsite. My road shower is a Yakima road shower. Now, I don't know if Yakima still makes this one or not, because I've gone to roadshower.com before and it says it's unavailable. But I think I've also seen this on Amazon, so it's still around and there's tons of companies that make them. This particular one is a 4-gallon tank and it has a pressurization system right up on top. I just use an electric tire pump that I got from my car and I pump it up right through here. And then I just have an RV hose that I attach right here. and that's how I shower. I'll put a link right here in the description of how I use my road shower so you can see all about this. When I bought the Teardrop, it actually already came with these roof racks on here, so it made it very easy for me to mount my road shower and my solar panel and my awning pole. But a lot of people have asked me, what kind of roof racks are they and where can I get them? Well, all I can tell you is what's on the sticker. These are Pro Racks, and you can get them at www.prorack.com. Well, that's my little home. It's not much, but it's perfect for me to travel around the country and explore this great nation. If you have any questions for me, please ask me in the comments below. I'll definitely do my best to answer any questions you may have, at least the questions I have answers to. Thanks for escaping normal life with me.